Hey, welcome back to another video. Today I'm gonna take a crack at forest photography. This is gonna be a toughie. Forest photography, it's I think one of the photography genres that is most difficult to pull off because us as human beings, our brains are looking for order and symmetry and all of that, and the forest offers none of that. Everything is chaotic and branches flying all over the place. So that's our challenge as landscape photographers when we're shooting forest, is to find some sort of order in an otherwise chaotic environment. What's cool is you can see the sun at the top of the trees over there, but I don't have light rays punching in the forest because that would make for a very nice photo. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep walking around and see if I can find some compositions like this tree stump maybe, but the thing is the background is going to be very busy with trees behind and bushes and all that. So yeah, I'm not too sure what we can do here. This is the challenge with forest photography. If you can get like 2 or 3 good photos, that's a very good day. I found this mossy root over here, then I'm gonna try to frame from there with my camera, and I'm gonna have it as a main subject, and behind I'm gonna have some trees and the trail. See if I can find a better composition and a better frame. Slim pickings, man, slim pickings in this forest. The thing is, I would need hours to just walk deep into the forest and find some frames, because from the trail there's not many compositions I can find. This could be an interesting shot with the roots on the bottom and then all those fallen trees with the moss on them. So let me try to do that. The sun is setting on that side, and the lower it gets, the more light rays we're going to have in the forest through these trees and branches. Hopefully I can find a good shot. Look at this, how nicely it is illuminated, but there's not a good frame or a good composition. Maybe. I'm going to try to get a close-up on this moss over here that's being backlit by the sun. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's nice. Look how nice that sun shines in the forest over here, illuminating this foreground and the trees over there. Pretty cool. I'm gonna take a photo from a lower angle here, trying to incorporate this tree trunk as a foreground element kinda, and then having the sun in the background there. A quick tip for you here: when you're shooting the sun and you want to get those starbursts, when you see the sun and with those little lines around it, the tip is to close your aperture down as much as you can and shoot it like that, and that creates those really nice starbursts around the sun. So let's try that over here. I am focusing on a leaf here in the foreground, and oh wow, that looks nice actually. That looks really nice. Very good. I'm at f14 right now. if you're doing forest photography and you have the chance to have the sun rays punching through the trees and through the leaves, get compositions and frames with the sun in the frame, because that's going to create a more dramatic shot. And not only that, but that sun creates contrast already in camera, because you have the difference, right, in highlights and shadows. That creates a very nice contrast in the photo, and then you can amplify that contrast later in post-production. So what I'm looking for when I'm photographing forests is, like I said, I need some sort of order, some sort of symmetry, like a bunch of trees grouped together that hint towards some sort of symmetry. I'm also looking for some like weird shaped trees. Some forests have those trees that are just growing in a weird shape, and they make for nice subjects. However, in this case, it's not the case, because all the trees are tall and straight. And yeah, it's challenging in the forest. So you should go. If you do landscape photography, you should go out in the forest and take a crack at forest photography. So right here I have a bunch of mossy branches, you can see. And I'm going to try to get a photo again with the sun backlighting the moss. So yeah, let's see. I'm going to have to find a frame that is somewhat good and aesthetic. So let's do it. Yeah, very challenging. By the time I took 10 photos, the sun dropped even lower, and I didn't have the sun behind the mossy branches. So from that point on, the photos were not that great. Another thing that I struggled with when I was photographing those mossy branches was the fact that I needed more light. And to do that, I had to open my iris a little bit more. But opening the iris creates a shallower depth of field, and I didn't necessarily want that, because I wanted more elements being in focus in front and back of my subject, which was the mossy branch. So another option I had was to lower the shutter speed, but I can only go so low, the 50th of a second handheld, because I don't have the tripod. And of course another option is to bump up the ISO, but I try not to do that as much as I can, because on this camera body the ISO induces grain noise, right? So that's going to look awful in photos. So it's very challenging in low light, handheld. Yeah, you need to find the perfect balance, and sometimes you don't. So we'll see. I don't even know how the photos will turn out, if they're sharp or not. Most likely some of them are not sharp, but it is what it is. Alright, that's it for today. A very short vlog on what to look for when you're shooting forest photography. I have a document in the description. It's a PDF. It talks about the steps you need to take to create beautiful photos. It's free. Grab it while it's hot, fresh out of the oven, and take a look inside there, because good photographs are created. They're not just taken by pressing the button on the camera. You need to go through a creative process to create beautiful images, and this document will take you through those steps. So I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Ciao.